Welcome back to the channel, A Woodworking Journey. Today I will be telling you why my business is fairly profitable and maybe a bit more profitable than other businesses, but woodworking businesses out there. But yeah, I know we're supposed to be doing the $500 challenge still, but it's getting pretty cold here, and for this next week we're looking at daily highs of minus 22 degrees Celsius during for the daily highs, and during the day or during the night it's gonna get down to just about minus 40 every night here. So with no heat in my shop right now for this week, for sure this week, it's just a little cold spell. Right afterwards it's supposed to get quite nice again, so hopefully we'll get right back into that challenge series right after that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys more about myself and my woodworking business and stuff like that. So today I'm going to be telling you why my woodworking business is fairly profitable. Right now we're sitting about just over 70% profit margins. So on the revenue that comes in for our business. And the big reason for that is I have time. I put in more time so that I get more money. So where that is for example, I buy most of my wood either comes from my bush, which we have about 2 acres of bush, or I get it from a local sawmiller for quite cheap. And the reason I get it cheap is because he can just cut it wet for me. So here's an example. I just bought this wood here just a couple weeks ago, quite a bit there, but that was fairly cheap because it's still wet. I won't be able to use this for quite a while, but I'm putting in that time of waiting so that my profit margins can be higher. And who knows, wood prices could go up by then too, right? And so like this, also lumber from my bush, I have a chainsaw mill which I use sometimes to mill up logs. Like in this pile here, these are all logs or lumber, live edge stuff from chainsaw mill. I mean, it is a little bit rougher, but I put in the time to use the planer more and all that to finish it up so that I get my profits higher. And also I build my table legs using wood too. I know a lot of people who just do the top wood, and then especially when it comes to epoxy, and then just do metal table legs. They order those from other places. Metal table legs are quite a bit more money than building them from wood, especially if you have wood like I do here. But building them takes more time. So that's where the profit comes up there as well. Another thing is I saw smaller logs using my bandsaw and stuff like that. I'll take you to the bush now and show you where some of the logs I use. I'm walking into my bush here. It's just just a small one, but there's lots of good trees in it. This is the bigger part of the bush here. I have used lots of metal legs in the past as well, but again my profit margins went down. But in some cases that was what the customer wanted, which then I could raise the price a bit. So I guess in some ways, but if using metal legs can help you get more for your tables, but in other ways, if you don't have the buyer yet, you can usually just make metal leg or wooden legs look just the same as metal legs, but for cheaper you just have to put in more time. But again, here in the bush, this is an example of like a tree here. I will use the bandsaw to make this into lumber here. These little stumps here too. It's about being resourceful that makes you profitable. Also, another area where I am able to get more, or which I don't have to put a bunch of money into, is specialty tools. I'm very good at making jigs and stuff like that, so I can use just the simple tools that I have to do this woodworking stuff. And that really, by not putting that money into the specialty tools for woodworking, I am able to save that money for other stuff. Here is another tree that fell down that I can use for some lumber out of that. There's tons of trees, little trees back here that yeah, I can use. I'll take you to one more here quick. But yeah, this is a good bush for by using these trees in my bush. I'm able to make here's one that I can bring down, and it's quite a bit bigger too, so get lots out of that. But anyways, thanks for watching, and that's just one thing about my business is I put in time so I can put in so I can get some more money. Lots of other woodworking businesses might not have that time, so they look at they don't quite have the same height of profit margins as I do. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.